Welcome to yet another exciting episode of Branding Banter, your promotional podcast, where you can get all the nerdy news you need to know about. I'm Jeff Franklin, National Accounts Manager with Headwear USA.
And I'm Meg Erber, the one and only.
All right.
And Stephen McFadden with TSC.
Meg, are you the only Meg Erber in the world? You're probably
I think
not.
So.
Probably the only Meg Erber.
You're definitely the only Meg Erber.
Set that timer, Jeff. Let's count.
You know what? It doesn't start automatically. I do have to push that button. There we go. All right. Well, you know what? I don't typically like to push that button while I'm doing an ad read because I feel under the pump. But here we go. This episode is brought to you by our good friends over at ASI. Thank you, Michelle Bell and the ASI team. It's all about Promo Alliance. So look, with the global promo marketplace becoming more interconnected, savvy North American distributors and suppliers are interested in learning more about international promo businesses who are strategic, respected, and reputable. Promo Alliance, an initiative between ASI, PSI in Germany, and the sourcing city in the UK. It's a platform to promote networking and sharing of industry knowledge and data on a global level, believing that leveraging the reciprocity of ideas in the international promo marketplace makes us all stronger, smarter, and more successful. So go to promoalliance.com to get exclusive data on promo markets in North America, Europe, and the UK, info on global trade shows and events, assistance in networking with promo professionals in other countries, and access to webinars with top professionals in global promo markets. For more information, reach out to Michelle Bell at ASI, who's been covering the international promo marketplace for 25 years. It's mbell@asicentral.com. So guys, this is that it's come to that time. It's that episode. We've hinted at it for the last episode or two. Are we all being Swifties today, or what are we doing?
So real quick, what is your favorite Taylor Swift song, Jeff?
Yeah. One of them, I'm sure.
Stephen McFadden, what is your favorite Taylor Swift song?
I actually have a few. Just trying to think which one I like.
She does have a couple trendy, cool songs. Like, nobody can really deny that. I mean, there's a couple catchy songs. All right. Like,
I think the only correct answer is as long as your answer involves quote Taylor's version, and then you're still in support of her. So there's a handful that are bops, as the kids
So
say.
is this our first creator? Are we calling Taylor Swift a creator, or are we talking more about her
I don't know if this is creator or case study.
I think it's a case study on really the Taylor Swift effect. We're going to dive into what it's done for the NFL, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Super Bowl, and the amount of merch and revenue that has cultivated from this superstar.
She's want to know what it's done to the NFL, Meg? It's made Kansas City Chiefs the most hated team in the NFL.
I mean, if you're asking the NFL managers at the store or the NFL shop managers, that's what they had to say, which was shocking. I thought it was definitely the Cowboys. Definitely the Cowboys.
Yeah. Not anymore.
You have to win more, though. That's the problem with them.
Yeah. Maybe it's the Eagles. Maybe. I don't know. Philadelphia teams feel like they've always been like the brunt of But anyway, let's dive into it. We only have 12 and a half minutes left, but I'll just talk about what I think the Taylor Swift effect is really quickly. But for those of you that don't know, it is just how much and how quickly merch sells out. If it's something that she wears, something that she talks about, it's her influence on tourism and the economy. And for this case study in particular, we look through the lenses of revenue, viewership, sponsorships, and cultural impact. So I think we're going to talk about really the impact overall, the challenges, and the results that I've seen. I guess I'll just dive into it because you guys know that Taylor started dating Kelsey, the tight end of the Kansas City Chiefs, in September of 2023. Do you know how that started?
Yeah.
What? Taylor Swift is dating Travis Kelce?
So enlighten us real quick, Steven. Tell us how that happened.
I don't like that I'm going to be known as the expert in Taylor Swift stuff by the end of this episode, but it is a very fascinating story. So apparently the Swifties, they are big into the friendship bracelet things. There you go. And so Travis, I almost said Jason, wanted to shoot his shot, so put his phone number on a bracelet, went to give it to her. They had a misconnection, and she heard about that and then gave the address or whatever. I don't know how that ended up to her, but then he shot his shot with a phone number on a friendship bracelet, and the rest is history.
Yeah, apparently she didn't like to, she doesn't like to talk to people before or after because it messes with
Mhm.
her voice and she wants to save her voice. So with that being said, let's talk about dating.
She only does 60 shows a year. I mean, there's people out there singing
60
seven days
shows.
a freaking week, man.
What does that look like, Jeff? Tell us what that looks like on a
I couldn't
revenue
tell you.
aspect.
All I know is what I researched on the Googles. All right, but apparently she did about 60 shows with the Eras tour in 2023 and did like over 200 million in merch sales alone with 60 shows, which comes out to like somewhere between $3 and $4 million a show in merchandise. It's
Mhm.
ridiculous. And I know that doesn't even hold a torch to like the actual ticket sales and the music sales and everything else. But I mean, 200 million in merch over 60 shows just for the tour merch.
Mhm.
And if I
Insane.
could break that data down even more, because I'm a data guy, right? So, which is an average of 60 shows, an average of 72,000 people per show, and 3.33 repeating average million in merchandise per show, which is an average spend of $46.50 per person. And you have to assume there's a lot of people that don't purchase any merch. So the average actual person that checks out, I think they said the average checkout is around 180 some dollars. And the margin on the products, this is what's kind of crazy, is between after promotion and stuff is around 60 to 65% on the
That's it.
merchandise.
That's not
Yeah.
bad. I mean,
Because
that's not
there's
bad.
costs of the space and the rental space, but that's significant. I mean, because most retail merch, if you look at it, is around 50%, or 100, depending on which way you look at it. But it has a significant markup. So she's 15 to 20% on average above market on margin, on costs, on spend. I mean, $200 million in added revenue. And that was just the 60 shows last year. Hasn't touched the international part of the tour, which is this year.
Yeah, and I should clarify that because again, I am not an expert in Taylor Swift at all, nor on her tour schedule. So I do know that I know some people that are going to, I think, France to go see her in Paris or something. I don't know. But okay, so I saw in one place it was 60 shows, and I saw in another place it was like 53, and then like another 13 in like Latin America or something.
It's insane. I'll find out by the time we're done. But there's a whole international section. Like if you were to ever, I know you don't do this, but if you ever are on her site looking at the tours, there's U.S. and it shows you the U.S. location. She doesn't come back to the U.S. until October. This part of the year is now basically all international. So they're expecting actually the merch in the international markets to far surpass the U.S. based merch. So it's going to be pretty wild to see where this ends up.
How many Taylor Swift concerts are we going to see Travis Kelce at?
Oh, I don't know.
Internationally, that's what I want to know.
Well, do you guys know how many games that Taylor went to last year total?
Like all of it? Like, I mean, 8?
5?
Nope. She went
7?
to 13 total. 13, which it's her favorite number, but I think there was like,
Oh, geez.
yeah, 8 regular or 7 regular and then 5 playoffs, including the Super Bowl. So, and do you know how many famous friends she brought to the games?
A lot, but why is any of this relevant?
15. Well, I'm talking about it because this is the execution. This is how, when they started dating, this blew up. It was like the Taylor bump, basically. It ranked, I think, the TV viewers, especially young women between 12 and 17 and 1849, it ranked up 27 million viewers on a regular NFL game. And I think that was the one after they started dating when they played the Jets. And it made it the second most popular Sunday NFL broadcast since the previous Super Bowl, which is crazy. So I think you guys are talking about merch sales in her concerts, and I am been hyper focused on the NFL, which is crazy because of the amount of revenue that they generated by this.
Go into that some, because I know that you talked to the NFL shop people. You posted some stuff on TikTok or wherever teasing that episode. But what are some of the implications of the Taylor Swift and the NFL revenue?
So,
Especially
all right, Let's talk challenges first, okay? Because there's always challenges in every case study and everything. So the Taylor Swift effect basically brought on its own unique challenges. First off, they had to manage the increased media attention that could possibly overshadow the sports aspect of the league. You have to balance the new influx of fans, which is all good problems to have, right? You have increased viewership, increased fan base. Additionally, there was a task of integrating the Swift's brand with the NFL to make sure that they both felt authentic to her, not only her image, but the league's identity. Because you also don't want to alienate the existing fans, or the NFL's brand. And if you think about it, that's what that woman was saying at the NFL shop. She was like, they are the most hated team in football because of this, because of the Chiefs fans felt like they were losing their identity. Not to mention, did you guys know the environmental challenges that this produced, this relationship?
The environmental challenges?
Yeah. So from the estimated CO2 emissions from her private jet going back and forth between the Eras Tour and the Chiefs game and other engagements, 138 tons of CO2 over a 3-month period, which is insane.
She better be selling some eco or sustainable product, let me tell you.
Better get on that Bella Canvas Eco Max shirt. Let me tell you, she's got to
don't even get me started.
Well, hey, since we do want to keep this from the lens of promo, all that is good, but there are some direct correlations to NFL merch sales as well. There was a 400% increase spike in the Travis Kelce jersey.
Yep.
After they started dating, so that you could directly correlate.
That was after the first game.
Sale. Yeah.
Do you know how much it was after the Super Bowl?
It
went up 2,252% after the KC Super Bowl win. That's insane.
And when they say that it brought in revenue, it actually didn't. I mean, I don't want to discredit the stat, but the NFL and the Chiefs have basically come out and explained what they mean by that. There was more viewerships in games, which helped lead to higher costs and you get ratings based on shows, and based on the higher the ratings, the higher you can charge for media advertisements and things like that. So they were able to charge more for some of those broadcasts based on higher projected viewerships. But in addition to that, they said that the value of the Chiefs organization increased by about $331 million based on the viewership increase, because your product is only as good as the amount of people that want to support it and view it and watch it. So
I wonder for that local media if like the actual ads had changed at all, to more
I don't know,
towards that audience as opposed to like the traditional advertisements.
Yeah, it's a great question. I don't know the specifics on that, or I couldn't find any of that, but it is interesting to note that, I mean, there's two different case studies, right? There's the case study of someone not inside of an organization, like not part of the NFL at all, and how they could influence merchandise sales and revenue in an industry that they're not even a part of, right? And then her case study with her, her concerts, her sales and her concerts weren't affected at all by her relationship. Like, she was doing gangbusters prior to and after, any relationship that she had. So her case study from a concert perspective is just incredible. I mean, we look at pop-up shops in our industry and retail storefronts, and you're like, how can this be successful? And there was even a thing we did a long time ago about brand ambassadors and talking about people that are influencers and how they can influence product sales. This is like doubling it up. It's like an influencer and the product, in one. So you kind of have this overlap of the person who you're buying it for with their own face on it is also the influencer, right? So it's just this huge, massive following. The concerts and the shows are good from what you hear. There's a lot of them and a lot of people attending them. So they're going to want, a piece of, memorabilia from attending that show. And when you got 72,000 people times 60 locations, now you're going international with another, 50, 60 shows in stadiums that are going to have 30 to 50,000 more people at them. I mean, huge revenue in merchandise sales.
So is it just because of who she is, or is it is there anything special about the product that she's selling?
Should we play the game?
I feel like we've certainly covered the time. We've got, I feel like we can cover the time. So why don't we move that into the next segment, Stephen?
Yeah.
And for the last 90 seconds here, we can talk about something else as far as like the
Yeah,
actual merchandise. Like what, Megan, since you went to the movie, I know that's completely different than the tour itself, but was there actual merch sales there, or was it just like your traditional like souvenir cups and stuff like that?
It was really just the souvenir cup. They didn't have any, and there was a poster there as well. And this was actually given to me for free for buying the ticket. So I actually didn't buy anything, but I get it. When I go to a concert, I want that t-shirt. I want that return on emotion that when I wear it, I'm going to be like, yes, I went to that concert. Plus those sales, those ticket sales, I spent 2 full days trying to get concert tickets and I still didn't get them, even though I had early access. So the fact that you went to one of those shows is monumental. It's just something that will be a core memory for anyone in their entire lives. I remember when I took Courtney to Justin Bieber, and not that was what I wanted to be at, but that is a core memory for me. So I can't even imagine what this is doing. And she's such a good kid, and she really is. I think it's just. She I know for a while she wouldn't even wear pants that showed her belly button. I think she's just wholesome, and I think she speaks to the younger viewers and the younger crowds. And I think a lot of the women love her. I know that there's a song in one of her albums that's for everybody, at least one. So,
yeah, Meg, you asked us what our favorite song was, but you didn't answer. What is your favorite Taylor Swift song?
Gosh, there's so many. There's actually one that I like that's not by her, but it's by somebody who took two of her. She took 2 of her songs and mashed them together, and it was Blank Space and Style something.
Style.
And Style, Blank Space and Style. Louisa Wendorf, and it's like I love it. And Taylor Swift heard it, and she was like, I can't stop listening to this. So that's just. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah. Very cool. All right. Well, in lieu of the comment section of of our outline here, why don't Steven's got a little game he wants to play with us.
Welcome to today's game called Guess the Price of Taylor Swift's Merchandise at her Eras concert tour. So first up,
I love it. I feel like this is probably the best part of the episode.
First up on the list is one of the commemorative Eras tour bracelets. It's item number 8 on her store.
Is it a friendship bracelet?
It is it's got different beads that are black, pink, and silver.
It's a friendship bracelet. Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How much would you say that's going to cost you at the Eras tour?
I'm going to say $25.
I was going to say $25 as well.
I'm sorry, but you'd have to finance the other $25 because it is a $50.
$50 for a friendship bracelet? Get the F out of here.
Next up on the list.
Go to concerts, everyone wears friendship bracelets, and then you trade them with everybody. Okay, next question.
Number 9.
Steven, I can push the 90-second timer as many times as we need to.
Okay. Is the full color water bottle. It's about a 40-ounce wide mouth, about this tall, and it's got a full color wrap all the way around it.
Stainless steel or plastic?
Vacuum sealed or?
It's actually plastic. It's Triton plastic with a full color wrap.
Oh,
so we know how much that costs.
We'll say $60.
I'll say $88.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Meg, you could have bought 2 of these. Jeff, you'd have gotten change back. It's $40.
That's cheaper than the bracelet?
Yep. All right. Wow. This one might surprise you. Number 11 on the store is
the other 2 didn't.
It is a 100% cotton. It's gray toned tote bag. It's about this big with no gusset, and it's a 1-color print on both sides.
So we know how much that costs. I'm going to go with 55.
I'm going to say 40.
Meg wins. It is $50. And we will do 2. We'll do 2 more.
But hold on. So I guess this isn't Price is Right rules.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking that too.
Yeah, we're going to do closest to. All right, let's do a piece of apparel. Let's do a 1/4 zip fleece with a print on both sleeves, nothing on the front, but a full color back.
$180.
$130.
You both have gone over. It is $120.
Oh.
What'd you say, Meg? How much?
$180.
180. I was pretty close.
Yeah,
Let's
good job.
let's do one more. We'll do
Okay.
just a normal long sleeve cotton t-shirt, one color sleeve, and a one color chest. However, it is an extended print, so it goes all the way to the bottom. So you'd have to have a larger screen to print this. Item number 6 on her store.
I'm
I
gonna say
will say
$90.
Well, I'm going to say this. When I was helping out with the Harry Styles World Tour, whatever he did, right when COVID hit, I remember selling them the Champion sweatshirts, and they were reselling them for like $60, and they had like full color imprint on both sides.
So it's just a one side, one color, and it's cotton long sleeve tee.
So I'm going to say 60.
I said
$85. So that has been today's episode of Guess That Taylor Swift Merchandise. So
get it.
Well, that was fun, Stephen. That was the best 3 minutes of the episode, in my opinion. The most promo relative segment.
Great job, Stephen.
So, look, if you didn't tune in for the entire episode, you missed out. But look, that's going to do it for today's show. Why don't we remove that? And look, again, this episode was brought to you by our good friends over at ASI and the Promo Alliance. With the global promo marketplace becoming more interconnected, savvy North American distributors and suppliers are interested in learning more about international promo business and the strategic, respected, reputable companies. Promo Alliance, an initiative between ASI, PSI Germany, and Sourcing City and the UK, is a platform to promote networking and sharing of industry knowledge and data on a global level, believing that leveraging reciprocity of ideas in the international promo marketplace makes us all stronger, smarter, and more successful. Go to Promo Alliance to get exclusive data, or promoalliance.com, to get exclusive data on the promo markets in North America, Europe, and the UK, info on global trade shows and events, assistance in networking and promo with promo professionals in other countries, and access to webinars with top professionals in global promo markets. For more information, reach out to Michelle Bell at ASI, who's been covering the international promo marketplace for 25 years. It's mbell@asicentral.com. Tell them that Branding Banter sent you. And I think that's going to do it for us for today's episode, guys.
Well, wait, hold on. For those that stayed to the very end, I have a big announcement to make, a very big announcement, actually. I'm kind of nervous even talking about it. I'm just going to come out and rip the Band-Aid off. For the last 8 years, you guys have known that I have been the outside sales manager for S&S Activewear, and effective Tuesday, the 27th, it is my last day at S&S Activewear. And it is so bittersweet. I know my heart is like shaking right now. I can't tell you how much I've learned, and the camaraderie and all the people that I have met over the years that have just encouraged me and supported me and been part of the show. I'm not leaving the industry though. Stay tuned in the next couple of days. I'm going to make another announcement of where I ended up, but I'm just really excited because I'm only going to be able to further the ripple effect for good for this industry, and I'm just so excited. So yes.
Who likes the name change?
I love it. I was going to do that halfway through, but I couldn't figure it out, so I gave up.
All right. Well, listen, for the longest episode of Branding Banter, this is us signing off. Thank you guys, and Meg, congrats on the change. Take care, guys.